Let's see, is there anybody here? Should be fixed on Facebook. Let's see how this is going. There we are. I just got on. I had some technical difficulties. Can you hear me okay? Hi, Donna. And hi, Carl. Yeah, I'm a little late. I had some technical difficulties getting everything. The computer had some technical difficulties, so of course it was fun. Well, hello, hello. And hey, Dan, you managed to stay awake. You didn't fall asleep in your chair. I'm impressed. Donna, yes, I only came on. Hi, Teresa. How are you? And Facebook user, I'm not sure who you are. If you're coming from one of the groups, you just have to scroll up to where the description is, and you want to allow StreamYard to see your name. Oh, you're sweet, Carl. Well, thank you very much. So anybody that might be showing up as a Facebook user, it just means that you might have logged in with the group, and you just have to allow StreamYard to use your name, or else they won't let me see who you are, and I'm just seeing Facebook user. Oh, I'm glad I sound good. I'm so glad that you all made out here tonight. And somebody says I have a bit of an echo. I may need to replace my Bluetooth. It may be that time. Hey, Grant. So this is streaming to YouTube and Facebook. If you're curious of where to find me on YouTube, I am getting used to this. So sooner or later, I will be there. There is my link tree if anybody's looking for it. I should probably introduce myself since, I've already been talking for a few minutes. I am Heather Ellen of Comics and More New Jersey, and this is Comics, Chaos, and Sass. Let's see what kind of trouble we can get into tonight. So there's a couple things. If you're in one of the groups, you definitely want to make sure that StreamYard can see who you are. So just go ahead and click that and say, yes, let me see. Cool, people are starting to drop links. You guys know the drill if you've been here before. If you have links to share, please share them. If you are doing a project, a Kickstarter, anything coming up, any events, cons, promotions, sales, share out your information. This is a free way to get your name out there. Network with other people in the comments too. Get to know each other. Well, I'm not sure who you are, but thank you very much. Compliments are always welcome. And Teresa, this is Teresa's Amazon, where you can find her. So check her out, give her some love. Everybody's been saying hi. It's been a busy day. I can't believe the weekend's already over. As Will was saying hi. Hi, Dan. Grant says, what's going on? The usual chit chat before we get into the chaos. So I did have a topic I was wondering if you guys want to touch base on throughout the night. There's a lot of newbies that are newer to the industry, whether they are the creative types or the people that help them, something like what I do. How do you go about, when you're a newbie, finding somebody to help you? How do you network? How do you research the talent or the support that you're looking for, whether it's an editor or social media or helping with the Kickstarter or promotions or marketing, or you're looking for an artist to work with your project if you're a writer or vice versa. How do you go about doing that? Is there any places that you go? Do you go and ask for references? Do you kind of do a little research on your own? What are some tips and tricks you would tell somebody that they should do when looking to hire somebody or work with somebody that they don't necessarily know offhand? So here is Donna's book. Donna, you're killing me with names, and I know I'm going to slaughter it, and I so say I'm sorry in advance. You're going to have to send me a voice clip one of these days with the names, so I don't do this regularly. So, Dejaru was a unique, peaceful, loving red dragon with an eye for human wenches. Rhiannon was the daughter of a whore who served only food and drink. When they meet, sparks fly. But can they fly for eternity? And what is the secret of Rhiannon's paternity? Find out more by checking out Donna at her Barnes & Noble. You can check her out there. She's all over the place. She's got a bunch of links. She's got one on lulu.com also. So head over to her message and click there, and absolutely want to follow up and take a look. I'll watch later on YouTube to raise your views, but I've got Brian K. Moore's birthday bash paused on YouTube now. I still have to go back and watch that. I was not feeling so great the past couple of weeks between the weather changes and stuff. I'm so far behind on watching the podcast and just everything. I'm normally only awake for a few hours a day, so the fact that I've been sleeping a lot more, I lost a lot of work time. So you were here all alone, so I came over to be with you. Oh, that is so sweet. And Grant is saying hi to everybody. And Teresa and Carl and Nita. Hi, Nita. I'm Richard Dillard. My chat bubble might be faceless. Join from a group. Okay, so Richard, what you do is when you're looking at the group, there is a description on the top. And if you scroll down to the bottom of the description, they add a little thing that says, in order to comment from Facebook, you need to allow StreamYard to have access. And you click that link and it just says, well, do you allow StreamYard to see your name from Facebook? And you say, okay. And then you're good for this show. But unfortunately, they make you do it every single time you watch a StreamYard. So it's a little frustrating, but it's one of their things that they do. And Donna says, I married him. What's new? I'm not sure who you are, Facebook user. Do you want to share? So pre-COVID, I would have told someone to go to a writer's group or art show. Now I send them to various places online. Now, do you send them to those places to try to find the work? But say you find somebody that you say, okay, I've got 3 people I'm interested in finding out more information. How do you go about finding out more? Like, do you get personal references? Do you go back and look at past projects and see what they've done, how they've done it? Because everybody is not gonna like everybody. There's always gonna be a few people that be like, it didn't work for me. But how do you determine the difference between, hey, it didn't work for me versus they're not good, or they're freaking amazing to they were just okay? How do you differentiate that? I'm kind of curious. Nita says, I was wandering around and this crazy bitch adopted me. I did, Nita. You're stuck with me. We just can't have those late till that hour again because I'm fucking dragging. Deej Ryu. Yeah, you're going to have to do it in a voice clip so I can actually hear it. I know that sounds really bad, but I do, voice. So after this, I'm going to have to get with you and then I'll learn it. So the next time I go live, I actually can say it and not slaughter it. But because I have damaged the name so bad, please go over to Donna's link, share it, give it some love, buy some books, send it to your friends. Hey, William, how are you? Um, Dan says, up until last year, meeting people at conventions tended to be a good way to meet people you could help or be helped by. Yeah, I do get like when you're face to face, you're able to get a little more body language. You're able to um, get a little more if you have that connection with somebody, because not everybody is going to work well together. You have different personality types. Um, so I was kind of curious. It was a kind of something that came up earlier in the day. Somebody was asking me a question, and I'm like, well, I know that some people know how to do this, and a lot of people don't. But what are some things you recommend? Because there are a lot of newbies. There are a lot of people that are like me in the industry. Um, I'm lucky. I mean, I'm really lucky. I have found amazing people that have been so kind and welcoming and kind of helping me guide through this world that I am getting a full blown crash course in. I'm good at business, but comics is a brand new world. Hey, Brian. Good evening, Carly, Dan. Hey, Heather. Very cool. It's Brian K. Morris of Rising Tide Publications. Now, if you didn't know already, Comics, Chaos, and Sass is a part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. So there's a bunch of us. I did list the schedule to the best of, I think it's the most updated schedule in the description. So if you're looking for any shows, there is a show every day of the week. We have a great group of people that have a different variety of a little bit of everything. So check us out. If you have not already liked and followed the Rising Tide Broadcast Network on Facebook, I'm learning this now. See, I'm learning new things. I am playing with StreamYard. I'm getting a little bit better. So you guys are all my guinea pigs. So if you have not already liked and followed, please head over to Rising Tide Broadcast Network on Facebook and give us some love. I'm also, this should be running in, oops, wrong one. Maybe. There we go. See, you're going to have some fun tonight because I'm going to make mistakes. My group's Comics and More Chaos. Now, I only started that in like the end of October. So we've done pretty good with only being 4 or 5 months out. It's over 1,300 people. If you are not a member of Comics and More Chaos, you want to head over there and check out the announcement section. Find the different threads where you can add your own links if you have groups you suggest, events, your own social media. My cats are being cats. You can promote yourself. And yes, I have a store. That doesn't mean that you can't sell in there. That group is for everybody. Sell your work. You have a comic book store, sell in there. You have live feeds, sell. You have a claim sale, send it in there. Drop it in there. Live draws, interviews. As long as it's not politics, religion, that's not going to cause drama. It's not bashing each other. This is a positive place for people to grow, network, and support each other. And it's for all creative types, whether you are a writer, an artist, a cosplayer, you put on cons, you're an editor, you do crafts and art in general. It doesn't matter. As long as it's a creative type, there's a lot of really cool people around, and I wanted to create a safe place for everybody to promote themselves. And it's a great place to network because if you're looking for something or have a question, you can drop it in there. And if it's something that needs to be pinned, I can also add it to the announcement section if it becomes a good source of information. I'm always looking for good places of information because I'm still learning so much, and I know I'm not the only one. All right, so let me get back to the comments. So Grant says, I found doing my newsletter helped me network a lot. I messaged people and said, hey, do you want to be my newsletter? And then a lot of times they want to be on the podcast or something. So yeah, that's a great way to network and get to know people. Reaching out, messaging, even in conversations like right on a live feed like this, just chatting and back and forth banter makes a difference. You can build a friendship. And Donna says, we started a writers group way back then. That Donna is getting better on her links. Brian says, I just got to go up and say hello. Well, thank you, Brian, for stopping in. I know it's been a crazy few weeks, so I'll be around a little more. I'm hoping. I'm almost done with my biggest project. And Carl says, yes, you'll need 2 hours to enjoy the birthday show, but it's hilarious. Carl, if you have the link, will you drop that in there so we all can check out Brian's birthday bash? Because, we have to see this. And I will put it up. Absolutely. And Donna says, thanks, Carl. The Seductions of Lily Monroe at 36. Lily Monroe and her 3 older siblings are now orphans in the 1800s. Lily finds herself without a home and on a train to go live with her sister. Abducted off the train, Lily escapes and finds acceptance and passion in Chinatown. And you can find her at Barnes & Noble at The Seduction of Lily Monroe by Donna Carlone. Carly. Oh my God, I can't speak today. You can find her there and check her out. Save the link, share the link. I always ask everybody to give some love to everybody. And Donna says, is that the one where you guys interviewed him on his own show? Yeah, I believe it is. And I think you guys bashed him, or not bashed, but, picked on them a little bit, which is really, really, really fun. I'm looking forward to see that. And I missed Willow. Where did it go? I guest hosted Back to the Cereal Box yesterday. Rewatched the episode here by Willow. So check that out and rewatch the episode. You don't want to miss that. And when you're there, make sure to hit subscribe and follow and like. And Carl says, sometimes I know both people well enough who will match each other. And I guess that's a lot of the shows and meet a lot of people. That is something I'm good at, where I have somebody saying, hey, I'm looking for, and I go, okay, knowing their personality type, knowing what they're looking for, I'll set up the introductions and then I back away. But the only thing that always makes me nervous is unless I've worked with a person directly, I only know word of mouth. I always recommend, hey, I introduce you guys, but if you're going to do work with somebody, you still need to do your own research. You still need to interview them. You still need to get references. I'm a huge fan of references. Nita says, I feel kind of bad keeping everyone else up. Just kind of. It was fun. It was a great night, Nita. I appreciate it. I needed the laughs. I really had a blast. And I got work done. And Donna says, I love you anyway you say that name, Heather. Thank you, Donna. I'm a mess. You know this. I'm a cuddly mess, though. I seem to have a knack for matchmaking online for creative things. Well, that is a really good thing because the more people you kind of see how they interact and you will see the different styles that work together, what they're looking for. I like putting people together that I think can help each other because they might not be somebody that I can do a lot for, but they might do some great work with somebody else, and I'd like to see them succeed. So there's a lot of times that I'll say, listen, this is not something that I really would be good at, but let me introduce you to so-and-so, or let me introduce you to a few people and get to know them and see how you guys can help each other. And I'm a big fan of you help everybody you can, as long as it's not going to, destroy you in the process, help where you can, whether they can help you back or not. Because 9 times out of 10, it'll come back eventually in one way or another. And if it doesn't, it's okay too. Like for StreamYard, I'll tell you to contact Joe McKeel. He's an expert. Tell him that I sent you. So if you're having problems with StreamYard, you definitely want to contact Joe and make sure you said that Carl sent him. And Joe is awesome. He's also part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, and he's got a bunch of channels and social media pages. You want to check him out. He has shows quite a bit. You can see him in the description. of the schedule, and you can find out more information if you go to the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And Brian says, doing a lot better tonight, Heather. You really seem more comfortable using StreamYard. And I've been using it for months, and I make mistakes just like I sat down to use it. Thank you very much. I'm getting more comfortable. It's going to take some time. We all know this. But bit by bit, as I learn one new skill, then I can start getting that one down, and then I can start baby stepping into the next one. As much as I would like to learn it all at one shot, I'll just have a nervous breakdown and I'll be in a ball in tears, and then I'll be no good to anybody. So I have learned to baby steps. So the Facebook Live was great for a while, but the more that I'm doing this, the more that I have to have StreamYard. And there will be a time where I will have people on here with me. I know that's a scary thought. My poor victims are going to come join me, and we'll have things to talk about. And we'll still do this, whether I add another person once in a while to join me for a chat, or they can join me for this and reading the notes and the comments and helping promote. I haven't decided yet, but I've been asked quite a bit to have people do shows. And I've been on a couple other podcasts, which has been a lot of fun. So we'll see. Baby steps. I'm trying to get more comfortable just being in front of the camera. And Donna says, Joe has even taught StreamYard people about StreamYard. That does not surprise me. Hey, Stinker the cat. Yeah, Stinker and Talia are both in here right now, and they're sulking because they can't get to me because I actually blocked me off from access for now. I'm sure Stinker will figure it out. Most people don't have your charm, Brian. Well, this is true. I've never seen anybody get through all those comments so fast. I'm actually not as bad. I'm only like 8 minutes behind, I think. So that's not too bad. But and I'm rambling, as always. Let's see, where are we at now? Donna, we've been lucky to meet several people here online who introduce us to other, and so the chain reaction goes on. Agreed. I've met many from from online networking and chatting, and I met a few from cons, and they were pretty awesome too, the few that I got to go to. But for the most part, it's been mostly internet conversation and, people that showing up on my StreamYard, or I'm showing up on their shows and just chit-chatting online. Or they needed help with something, or it's something that I knew a little bit about. So definitely, I have been very lucky. Hold on 1 second. And I am keeping up okay. Bit by bit, I'm getting there. As I say that, I completely lost where I was. So let me go back. Okay. Yeah, something always happens. Absolutely, something always happens. So while I'm figuring out how to get back into this, because I hit a button and everything just went away on the laptop, I'm going to ramble. So what are some other suggestions? Somebody's new coming in. They are still, trying to find a publication, trying to find someone to print their comic, trying to find someone to make their logo, someone to help them with their social media. How do you go about doing that? Are there any specific questions that you like to ask? And there is the birthday bash. So this was Brian's birthday bash. So you want to check that out. And where he was in the hot seat getting interviewed. I still have to watch it. Hey, Ryan. So hello, everyone. How are you? Subscribe to the channel for great nerdy content. So there's Nerd Culture channel. definitely give them a subscribe and hopefully a share, and check them out and give them some love. Let's hope not. And everybody's just chatting, which is really, really fun. I like that you guys come on here and talk. Hey, Ted, how are you? So that is Ted Davies Artistry. Ted is also part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Brian says, Heather being behind in the comments means you're interacting with your audience. This means your show is working. Well, thank you very much, Brian. I am getting there. I am definitely getting there. Have a great night and a great Monday. And Brian says, hey. Hey, Alan, how are you? Everybody's saying hi. I am getting caught up to comments. Did Carl come over? I don't think so. I think he's still over on Facebook. It's possible. He could be anywhere at this point. Everybody's all over the place. Carl says, hey, Ryan. I just knew Carl and Grant were over on Facebook. I'm watching both streams. Well, thank you very much. I think I'm actually caught up to comments. So that was one of my my topics. I will probably try to have like a little topic if there's anything that you guys think of that you want more information or you want to discuss, you can. I don't know how appropriate it is, but it kind of goes with the Sass. Do you all know what today is? Today has 2 days to celebrate on March 14th. Do we have any guesses from the audience? Should I even ask this, or am I getting myself into trouble? So while I'm waiting for those answers, Brian says, I'm on both Facebook and YouTube also because of algorithms. Yes, algorithms make the huge difference. And Grant says, tomorrow is the debut of me and Angie's new show. It's like a book report, but fun, where Angie and I take turns recommending comic books for each other to read. That is awesome. Grant, when you do that, will you make sure to share your show into Comics and More Chaos? We definitely don't want to miss that. Carl says Pi Day. That is one of them. Absolutely. Today is Pi Day. And Brian says, I know one of them. But, you didn't say what it is. And Dan says Pi Day and Einstein's birthday. I don't know if it's his birthday. I haven't looked. I know Pi Day definitely. But it's not the other one that I was thinking of. I did post it on my wall today, but I'm not sure how many people actually noticed or just kind of scrolled by and go, oh my, I can't believe she posted that. Coming from the lingerie world, today is also Steak and Blowjob Day because it's when the women are supposed to celebrate the guys exactly 1 month after Valentine's Day. Because normally Valentine's Day is all about the girl. And exactly a month later, it's supposed to be all about the guy. So hopefully you guys are celebrating something tonight. And if not, I hope you're at least enjoying the chat and having some music. Is it Heather's birthday? No, my birthday's in July. I have a ways to go. And Brian says, let's just say I celebrate with some great key lime pie. That's awesome. And Grant says, I'll take the steak. I'll pass on the other thing. So yeah, it's something that's fun to joke around, and I don't know. I like to have a little fun and kind of go off all the rails. I have not seen Kickstarters in here tonight. Are we not? I have not seen a lot of people talk about them, and I'm not sure why. Do you guys not have projects? I mean, I know there's a bunch going on, but I have not seen a whole lot. You guys haven't been posting. I know that Lisa posted one in the comments on my original post, I believe, in Comics and More Chaos. So I'm going to go grab that and drop it up to make sure that I don't miss out. Does anyone have anything good planned for the week? Is there anything fun going on? I will be finishing my mom's taxes with her, which I'm so excited about. And I'm going to reward myself with making some double-sided dog tags and um, upcycled uh, keychains and all sorts of cool stuff. Uh, so what I do is I take the damaged comics and I turn them into keychains, dog tags, pins, necklaces. Um, and it's kind of fun to have that preserved image. It doesn't always come out exactly as I want it, but sometimes it does. Let's see. So Grant says 4 days for my Kickstarter. So definitely check out Grant's Kickstarter, Beowulf, issue 1. Give him some love. Give him some shares. And Brian says, you want a promo? Well, I'd love to have some more subscribers to my cool YouTube channel. And check out my new show, Comic Book Spectrum, on Thursday nights at 7 p.m., 6 p.m. Central. We do comic book reviews, positive conversation, and we do it for about an hour. And there is a link to find out more. And Dan says, going to work, but that's not my idea of fun. 35 months until retirement. Yay. That is awesome. Congratulations. So, Dan, what are you going to do with yourself when you retire? I mean, that's a big change. Do you have anything planned? Let's see. I mean, are you going to be running away and escaping reality, or are you going to be like, going into your second job or some creative type thing? Because that's what most of us end up doing when we take a day off. So, and scrolling. There we go. And there is Christian, the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Now, if you have not already subscribed, please head on over there and give him some love. He launched his YouTube channel not that long ago, and it's coming pretty long way, but he's got a nice following on Facebook also. So make sure you give him some love on all his social media accounts. There's a hi, Heather. I don't know who you are. If you are coming from a group, if you go and scroll into the description, it'll say, please allow StreamYard to see Facebook, have access to Facebook, and it'll let me know who you are when you talk. Or you can always head on over to YouTube and chat with us here too. I'm all over the place. Or click on my name and I'm live from their public. And I don't think you have to do that with that one. Probably says, hey, Christian, from Donna. You guys are all saying hi to each other. And Brian says, please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed any part of this video. Thank you. I have to remember to say that, if you're not familiar with how algorithms work, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube, the more likes it gets, the more times it gets shared, the more comments it gets. It makes a huge difference in how well we get pushed to other people, how well we pop up in the feed. It gives us some preference if it's taken well. So there's Brian saying hi to Christian. And Dan is going to write more, garden, build stuff, and make my wife happier. Well, that sounds like an amazing plan for a retirement. And they're saying hi. And here we go. Donna says, hopefully getting the hot water pipe in my kitchen fixed, going on a month now with no hot water in the sink or dishwasher. Oh, yeah, I'd be cranky. I'd be really, really cranky. Hey, Russell. I see you popped in. I'm still getting caught up on messages. Just me, Christian, and I thought you said licking Grant. I gotta get new glasses. It is Christian, so that is a very possible option that he might have said. Dan will probably write and be like me, become an internet race. Yeah, you guys are gonna take. Like, are you gonna have a schedule of who's on wreaking havoc on Facebook in the mornings and who gets Facebook at night versus YouTube and the other social media? And see, Christian, I lick everyone. They are mine. I licked it. It's mine. There is Russell. And thanks for the plus. Absolutely. It's not your glasses, Brian. You just read what you think you wanted to read. That's also very possible. I think most of us have our mind in the gutter at most times. We try really hard to behave, but it doesn't always work. Lick, kicking. Yeah, I'm not touching that one. It's Christian. Not gonna go there. Wondering what other ones. Okay, so I have the Beast King. I am going to drop in here. This is one of the Kickstarters is going on right now. It is called Beast King 1 through 4. Check them out on Kickstarter by Shane Morrison. Lisa Malone from Malone Management is the one who flagged them to me. So I checked them out. I know that there's a bunch that are ending soon, which we'll have to check it out and take a look. As I do this more, I will get faster and better. So I apologize for being a little bit slow right now. Oh, the continuum. What's going on with the continuum? Enter the continuum. So this is definitely one we want to check out. This is a project that you can, it's all indie everything. They are fully funded. They have 5 days to go. So I'm going to put this up here now. So give them some love, give them some shares. It is a great group of people, a lot of talent, and they really put a good thing together. So check them out. Share, like, tweet it, support it if you can. I believe you can just back it with a really small nominal amount, and you can get PDFs, which is pretty freaking cool because most people, you can't do that. Russell, you still have yours up, don't you? Let me see. Nita, we are rocking at 100 backers. Awesome. Congratulations. And $1 pledge gets you an entire PDF library. So if you pledge $1, you don't even have to have a full backer. You can get the PDF library. Christian says, as I do this more, I will get faster and better. I'll take things I heard on my prom night for kids. Yeah, I can't say that I did that on my prom night. I was a good girl, kind of, mostly. And Beast King Brian is a beast, according to one of his birthday fans. I really have to go and watch that. Absolutely. I just had Shane on with me for an interview once, my best due to bad pain stress day. But check it out. Beast King looks awesome. Do you have the link, Russell? If you want to drop the link from your video tonight, you can add that here. Christian, sometimes faster isn't necessarily better. Well, it depends on what's going on and what you're doing, of course. Cleaning the house faster is so much better versus other things that really, really need to take your time. Hey, Michaela, how are you? If you haven't already dropped your social media links, your YouTube, you want to do so now. So, hint, Michaela, your YouTube channels. Michaela is part of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. She has an awesome YouTube channel. She also has a group. So, I'm hoping she shares both of them and you can join, share, you can give them some love. And Christian says, Dan, on my prom night, I was happy for anything. Ouch. Brian, dang, Carly, you know me so well. And there is Christian drooling over Michaela, which, I can't blame him. Sorry to hear about your prom night. Michaela has her Amazon link there for her book, Warriors Trust. And this one is also Warriors Worth, and I can't speak still. So check her out on Amazon. Russell says, run the printers out of ink and check out a kick-ass story guaranteed to leave you drooling after mind-blowing you will have Xeno Nanite Titan in its final 3 days. Now, Russell Allen has put a ton of blood, sweat, and tears into this labor of love. So definitely check him out. Give him some love. Share, share, share. Even if it's not for you to back, share it because somebody else might be very interested and would be very upset to miss it. Carly says, Brian, one soul speaks to another and usually says what kind of trouble we can get in now. Do you really have to ask, or you just kind of like go with it and see what kind of trouble happens? And, because going with it's kind of fun too. This is my newest book. And Michaela did signings, and she did really well at the event she was at too. Well, hi, Lee Anthony Davis. Hello to you all. Lee Anthony Davis, are you a creative type? What do you do? Are you a fan? Do you read? Do you write? Do you draw? Or do you just appreciate it all like I do? Grant, so was I. Check out Shane's interview and there is where Russell interviewed Shane tonight. Carl says, I didn't even have a prom night, graduated high school in 3 years, so I missed it. Dang it. I went to a few proms. I went to a couple junior year and a couple senior year. And said, that's us. So is there any other projects that we need to go on about? Is there anything that you want to promote? Any events going on coming up in the next week? I will be live on Sunday. I am escaping at the end of the month, but I will be home in time to make it online. Also, if you missed Ragin, I was on Ragin on Sunday night. No, today's Sunday night. Friday night, I was on Raging with Meredith, Anita, and Lola, and talking about Lola's new book coming up. So she is starting an Indiegogo at the end of this month. You want to check her out. I will drop her information later because I forgot to grab that and get that ready. But you could also check out, there's more information. I did a little quick video link where I said, check us out on Raging today. It was a lot of fun. Us ladies had a lot of fun. Nice chat. Always do. And then I was on it for the first episode, and that was Meredith, Anita, with Trish, December Lace, myself, and Pops made an appearance. So it was a good group. He says, I have a YouTube channel, nearly 30 groups on Facebook, and 20 pages on Facebook. Now, what kind of groups and channels and pages? Are they comic related? Are they the creative type? I have a bunch of other things that don't really mesh too well with comics, but they are fun. You were good on Rage and Show. Thank you. I am definitely getting more comfortable. Meredith was a great host to be able to kind of keep us all balanced out. And I just adore all the ladies. I mean, it was a fun night. So it was definitely fun. I didn't go to mine either. Probably I was highly undateable. Well, that's not fun. Please check out John Celestri's project Bloodwing Angel and help get a fund with only 2 weeks left and 3/4 of the goal. So definitely check that out and give him some love. I'm going to check that out and give him some love and give him some shares when I log off tonight. So please share, share, and share. I will share this video on my science fiction group. That would be great. If you are interested in dropping the links to your science fiction group, you can drop it right here on the chat, or you can message directly at Comics and More New Jersey page, or myself directly at Heather Ellen, and see where possibly we can cross promote some groups. I'm always looking for more people that are interested in whether they are the creative types or they are fans of the creative types. The group is open for everybody. And I think there's a lot of crossover within a lot of the groups, and it's not a competition. There's plenty of people for everywhere. And now are you carbon dateable, Brian? Ay. Did you say that at his birthday bash too? Hey, Russell. This is Russ Explode Studios. So when you see all the YouTube people on here, you might want to go subscribe to some of their channels because they have some really cool stuff on their channels. And Donna says, I changed schools between freshman and sophomore year, so everybody was all coupled up by the time I got there. I made it up for in college, though. Hey, Russell, you're absolutely welcome. And there is Michaela. She's on YouTube. So everybody looks like they moved from Facebook over to YouTube tonight. Facebook's been kind of quiet with this tonight. So it works as long as people are chatting and having some fun and networking and doing some cool stuff. As soon as I'm caught up, which I'm looking forward to, I have some things to narrate. If you're not familiar, I have a YouTube channel, Twisted Angel, and what I do on there is I narrate. So I have some public domain stuff up. I also have poems and stories and a little bit of everything that has been sent in by independent writers for me to read and narrate for them. It's a win-win. I get some content and something not that everyone has read before on my channel, and all the social media links go back to the author. All the credits are included. And if there's artwork that you want included, please send that along with credits to the artist that I'm allowed to use it also. So you definitely, it's been fun. I started it in December 23rd, I believe. Yeah, December 23rd. And I'm up to almost 900 subscribers. And see, Russ needs a bunch of subscribers. He only has 13. Please help him. And Brian says, and I didn't spend my high school days wondering how I could get more of my schoolmates to like me. Yeah, I didn't either. I hated high school. Most of my friends didn't go to the same school that I did, and school just sucked. I wouldn't go back for anything. I like my 40s quite a bit. Like, really like them. I'm still checking both sites. Well, thank you. Everybody's saying hi. Maybe I'll be busy enough to join the green room. So you should come into the green room Friday nights. We need you. We need to see you sometimes. It's a lot of fun. I missed a couple weeks because I wasn't feeling well, but I got to pop on Friday night for a little bit, and I was still all decked up. Of course, the one screenshot that I got, I was um, petting the cat or looking at the cat or something. So it was like a weird look on my face. I have somebody messaging me now. So that is kind of where I am at. Working on, still learning StreamYard because we're all works in progress. Something that somebody was frustrated a while ago, and they compare themselves to, well, this person does this or this person does that. And that's something that you have to remember. Everybody has different experiences, different knowledge, different things that work better for them. So just because somebody might be better at something, you don't know how many years it took them to get there. And don't try to compare yourself to somebody else. Don't try to compare your successes to somebody else. Your successes for yourself. As long as you're still moving forward and you're working on you, keep going. I mean, that's all you can do. Try to do a little bit better, learn a little bit more. But it gets frustrating if you try to think about, where you thought you would be, because, life doesn't go as planned. I can tell you that right now. Nothing goes as planned. So go with it and enjoy the adventure. So I loved my last 3 years. Only 112 people in the whole place, counting the janitor and lunch ladies. I know because I was on the school newspaper and how many we handed out. Wow. Carl says the only thing that I would promote, join Uncle Carl's secret humor group on Facebook and be unoffendable. Yeah, so if you are interested in joining the group, you have to have a sense of humor. There aren't a lot of rules. Check it out. Give it some love. But if something bothers you, just leave the group. It's not for everybody. Not everybody has the same sense of humor, and we definitely like to have some fun. But we also get to chat with each other and hang out and have that support that is so desperately needed right now. Michaela says, I had a massive migraine yesterday, so I had to pull a ton of stuff off, but tomorrow's a new day and I'll get my next book uploaded to Amazon. Well, that is absolutely awesome that you're getting it uploaded to Amazon, and I'm so sorry that you had a migraine because that really sucks. But it looks like you are definitely getting some productive stuff done. The only person I compete with is me, and that is the absolute best thing that you can do, because nobody else is you, and you only want to compete with you. And there's Alex. So Alex messaged me before while I was rambling, and Alex is a newbie to this thread, so please say hi to everybody. And he is sharing the campaign, the newest series, Diener, Master of the Mind. It's on Indiegogo. So check him out, share the link. And Alex, just so you know, every Sunday night I am live. Come on, chat about your projects, get to know everybody, network a little bit. It's a lot of fun. And if you are not already part of the Comics and More Chaos group, head on over there, join. It's a public group. You can share in and you can share out of it, which is what I made it for. And what you want to do is go check the announcement section and look for all the different threads that you can add your own links to. If there's something that you think a thread should be there for informational purposes, let me know. I'm open to suggestions. I want this to be an informative group that is for the creative types and for the fans and everybody to help promote and push each other. And that's awesome, Michaela. Yes, it is. And Russell says, good luck offending me. I question a lot of posts before I post them. I'm super offensive with my witty humor. Stuff that makes me laugh uncontrollably would scare most people. Yeah, Russell and I have the same sense of humor, so it's always interesting. And that's good, Michaela. I only compete with myself because I know I can beat that guy's ass. Oh, wow. All right, so I have been live for a little over an hour, or almost an hour now. So I'm going to start wrapping it up unless anybody has anything else that they want to add. I'll start shutting it down so you guys can get ready for a fun-filled Monday. But we have a lot of broadcasts scheduled for the week, so check out the lineup on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network Facebook page. I don't even beat with myself. I don't want to beat myself up too badly. There should be gloves off option for groups that anything goes so people can freely post. Unfortunately, Facebook will not ever allow that. Good night, Michaela. I need to try and get with you this week if you have time. Brian says you can work your up to a four-hour show just like me. I doubt this chair would kill me. My back can't handle 4 hours. 2 hours and I am screaming. And this is the most comfortable chair that I have. Unfortunately, my back, I tend to have to get up and move around a lot. And with fibromyalgia and the problems with my back, I can't sit for very long. I can't stand for very long. It's frustrating. And it causes issues when you're on camera because nobody wants to see you pace back and forth. And good night, Donna. Sweet dreams. And I will catch you this week. If not, hopefully I'll see you Friday. And good night, Nita. Sweet dreams. And Russ says, don't forget, Nevermind the Furthermore. Tomorrow morning, come see Spines Get Licked, talk about dino porn, and hear about the Morris Monster. And I'm wondering if the Morris Monster is part of the dino porn, but that's where my brain goes. Sadly, I will miss it. I will be at pain management tomorrow and the doctor for the lesion on my liver from the tumor. Much love. Have a great night. Russell, I'm sending you lots and lots of love. I expect to hear from you after you're back from your doctors. So I know what's going on. And thanks, Russ. You're amazing. So, yes. So, Russell, you need to check in, please, tomorrow after the doctor. So, give us an update and let us know about the lesion. And good luck with the pain management. I know how hard it is to find out how to balance the pain. It took me a really long time. Well, thank you very much, Brian. Good night, Brian. Good night, Dan. Thank you, Carl. Have a good night. And I will catch you all. Hi, Polly. I am just logging off for the night and saying good night, but you can catch us all in reruns or next Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. I will be live again with comics, chaos, and sass. So you all have a wonderful night and a great Monday.